What they talking about? What they talking about? I called it. They said Matt don't know college football. They said Matt's delusional. They said Matt's stupid. What is he talking about? Alabama could barely beat a terrible Auburn team with a third-string quarterback. They're going to get steamrolled by Georgia. All I heard the entire week was how Alabama was going to lose, but not only lose, but get curb stomped and rolled over by Georgia's defense. Oh, if Alabama can't block Auburn's defense, I can't imagine what Georgia's defense is going to do. They're the best of all time. That's what y'all are saying, right? Well, I don't gotta ask. I know y'all were, and you know you were. And here's the thing, I'm still gonna give Georgia's defense credit, and I'm not gonna disrespect them. They've been great all year. However, with that being said, they haven't been battle tested all year like Alabama, and they don't have that great of a strength of schedule. Outside of Clemson, who have they beat? You thought I wasn't going to throw it in there, but I am. I can't forget to mention, they also haven't played a Heisman Trophy quarterback like Bryce Young. That man is a shot caller, big baller, whatever you want to call him. He's the best quarterback in the country, and it's not even close. Now, hold on. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me stop. The reason I'm so worked up over this is 2 days ago, I'm sure some of you saw the video, I made a video titled, Georgia Football is in Major Trouble. If you haven't seen that video, I would suggest to check it out because it makes a ton of sense now. But when I made it, everybody was saying I was crazy. It's 10 minutes of nothing but straight facts, and I nailed it on the dot, and I don't even want to brag about myself. That's what you guys were sending to me on Twitter and Instagram. I had Georgia fans DMing me and adding me on Twitter saying, I didn't want it to be true, but Matt B. Great was right. For those of you that interacted with me on Twitter and Instagram during the game, I appreciate it. If you guys want to go follow me and interact with me, it's a great way we can be involved. Go shoot me a follow on Twitter and turn on my notifications. I talk a lot during the games. I would love to throw up every main point I touched on in that 10-minute video. I'm not going to do that. You can check it out yourself, but I am going to roll this. Before I show you this 30 to 40 second clip in this video, I'm going to say this and emphasize it. Give me my respect. I want my respect because I was right, and that's all there is to it. This clip I'm about to show you was from 2 days ago. Matt, roll it. And then you got Georgia, who hasn't played behind all year. What if Alabama goes up 10-0? How are they going to react? Georgia fans, I know you love your little quarterback, Stetson Bennett. I'm going to tell you now, he's not that good. He's an okay quarterback that makes some good throws here and there. He hasn't had to win a game like Bryce Young has. He's had no pressure on him whatsoever. If he goes out there and throws for 350 yards against Alabama, I'll give him my respect. Until that happens, I'm not doing it. He's a mediocre quarterback that has some good throws here and there. If you want to say he's above average, okay, but he's not good or great. Not too sure if you don't remember what happened last year. Stetson Bennett played Alabama, and he cost them the game with all of his interceptions. What's kind of funny about it is a lot of you are shocked. I'm not. I believe everything I said. I've been saying it since the beginning of the year, and I said it last year. Stetson Bennett, he's a great kid. It's the Cinderella story everybody loves. He's a walk-on, but he's a mediocre quarterback at best. I don't understand, and I can't wrap my mind around Kirby's reasoning behind not playing JT freaking Daniels. Georgia has a better overall team than Alabama, but the reason they can never beat them is the quarterback position. Every single time Alabama beats Georgia is because of the quarterback. I hate to say this, but Kirby's almost tarnishing his legacy. He can go 11-1 and 12-0, but if you don't beat Alabama, it doesn't matter. You guys can believe what you want. I believe it 100%. Kirby looks like a flat-out idiot not playing JT Daniels. He's 6'3", 220, 5-star recruit for a reason. Stetson Bennett is a 5'10" walk-on for a reason, and I mean that respectfully. Is he going to make some good throws here and there? Yeah, but it doesn't make up for all the terrible throws. I don't want you to misunderstand me. I'm not saying Stetson Bennett is terrible, I'm saying he's average. The problem with that is you're not going to win a national championship with an average quarterback. You got to have good/great quarterback play. For my Georgia fans, I'm asking you, I watched the end of Georgia's season last year when JT Daniels went off in the last 4 to 5 games, and he looked like one of the best quarterbacks in the country. With that being said, how does your head coach see what JT Daniels did last year and still say, you know what, I think I'm going to rock with Stetson Bennett? I straight up feel bad for Georgia fans. You have the better team, but your coach gets out-coached by Nick Saban every game. That's also one point I touched on in the video 2 days ago. I said Georgia has the better team by far, but Alabama has the better coach, and I'm always going to pick the better coach, and I'm never betting against Nick Saban. Also, do not take this lightly. The loss, it's embarrassing. Not because you lost by 17, it's embarrassing the way Georgia loses to Alabama every single year. I predicted this, and I'm going to say it over and over and over because everyone was calling me stupid and crazy for predicting what I did. What did I say? The last time Alabama was an underdog in 2015 against, ironically, Georgia. And what happened? They completely annihilated them. The same thing happened today. What happened in this game, and I'm sorry, it sounds like I'm repeating myself because I said it 2 days ago. You had an undefeated Georgia team who never played in a close game this year except for Clemson, and Clemson's not really that good. On the other hand, you had an Alabama team who's played in many close games, so they were battle tested. One of my fears, not just for Georgia, but any team, whether it's basketball, football, baseball, or whatever, if you have a cupcake schedule to the playoffs, I don't think that's necessarily a good thing. You want a team who's tested, so whenever there's adversity, like today when you get down 10 points, 14 points, can you come back from that? You had a perfect example of Stetson Bennett throwing the game away literally. They were only down by 14. He tries to make a superhero play, and then they're down 21. The game's over. Stats are always deceiving. You can look at him. He was 29 for 48. That's okay. 340 yards. That's good. 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions with a 75.5 QBR. As a Georgia fan, you're like, okay, I'll kind of take that, but no, those numbers, they're deceiving. It was worse. Taking a look at my tweet right here, I said during the game, Bryce Young is absolutely picking apart this great Georgia defense. But how about that Alabama offensive line? He has all day to throw. I want to touch on that because the offensive linemen and defensive linemen in college football, they never get any love. All everybody's going to talk about is how great Bryce Young played, Jamison Williams and John Mechie, but we got to give this offensive line some credit. It was the same thing with them. They was getting disrespected saying how they're terrible and Georgia might have 10 sacks, and even I said Georgia might have 10 sacks, and they stepped up to the challenge. They did more than a fantastic job. They did an incredible job. Yeah, Bryce Young, he's going to get player of the game and win the Heisman. That offensive line, they were the unit of the game. Guess we're reading off Matt B. Great tweets. I also said, not going to lie, Georgia's defense has been very underwhelming. I understand they had a great year, but this does not look like a great defense to me right now. Everyone told me to wait till Alabama plays Georgia's defense. Well, I'm waiting. I'm telling you right now, I couldn't believe what I was watching. I was anticipating Georgia's defense to be way better than what I saw. It wasn't embarrassing or laughable. It was more of I was sitting there thinking, yo, are they going to get some stops and look like this monstrous defensive team? And are they going to stop Bryce Young from dotting them up on every play? Man, it was a great day to be an Alabama football fan. And yet again, another terrible day to be a Georgia football fan. We're going to talk more about this Georgia game and what Bryce Young said after this game. But first, if you don't mind, I want to talk about Oklahoma State and Baylor. Oh yeah, also want to touch on Cincinnati and Houston. Not going to waste too much time because I know you'll want to hear about Bryce Young. Currently right now, as to when I'm speaking, Michigan is up 7-0. This video is going to be going up around the end of that game, and I'm going to have to rewatch it. So I'm predicting Michigan to pretty much win by 2 to 3 scores. If there's a big upset, I'll have to make another video about that tomorrow, but I predict them to win. Getting back on topic with Baylor and Oklahoma State, it was an outstanding game to watch, and it came down to a couple of inches. I'm also going to say this, Baylor did not even deserve to win this game. The coach made one of the stupidest calls I've ever seen. They were up 21-6 in the third quarter, and he went for it on 4th down and 1 on his own 30. What are you thinking? Your defense has been playing great. To top that off, his quarterback makes a terrible decision, throws the ball out of bounds, doesn't even give his receiver a chance. Like my man, it doesn't matter if you throw a pick. It's 4th down. At least throw it in the field of play. Right after that, it gave Oklahoma State some momentum. They went down, scored a touchdown, and I thought they were going to pull this win out. Baylor's defense was playing outstanding, and out of nowhere in the 4th quarter, they muffed a punt. This ball game was beyond sloppy. Both offenses looked terrible. Nobody deserved to win, and I'm going to stand firm on that. Congratulations to Baylor, but you should have lost with your coaching decisions and how you played late in the second half. Somebody had to win. It just happened to be Baylor. I don't think it matters because I don't see Baylor jumping all the way from 9 to the top 4. If you watch this game, you know what I'm talking about. Oklahoma State had the ball on the 1-yard line 2 times and couldn't score a touchdown. From an offensive standpoint, it was a miserable game to watch. I'm going to be transparent. I didn't get to watch too much of the Cincinnati-Houston game due to the fact they were playing at the same time as Alabama and Georgia. I was watching it on my phone and I was clicking back over. It went how I expected it. I predicted them to win by 2 or more scores, and they did 35-20. Congratulations to Cincinnati. They're going to be in the playoff. I'm somewhat excited to see them get in there and see how they stack up against all these other teams. I had some of you want me to predict how far Georgia is going to fall or what the top 4 is going to look like. I'm going to wait to speak on that until the Michigan game's over. I'll probably talk about that in tomorrow's video, so stay tuned for that. Finally, we can get into my favorite part of this video, the reason you clicked on it, Bryce Young. When I see Bryce Young play, he reminds me of 2 players, Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson. I would say he's a combination of both. He's not as fast as Kyler Murray, but I see a lot of similarities. If he needs to scramble, he can, but whenever he gets out of the pocket, he's so elusive and he keeps his eyes downfield to make the throw. He's not a Jalen Hurts or a Lamar Jackson where he leaves the pocket and he's looking to run. He's looking to throw the deep ball. He's so savvy, and I think that's the perfect word to describe his game in the pocket. He's going to be one of the best NFL quarterbacks in the next couple of years. I feel bad for the Lions fans because they would love to have him. Sadly, he's not even eligible for the draft. This isn't an understatement. If you watch this game, you witness one of the greatest performances by a quarterback in college football history. It's got to be, right? Y'all were saying Georgia's defense is one of the best of all time, so if Bryce Young threw for over 400 yards and had a 98 QBR, it's got to be one of the best performances, right? In this game, he was 26 for 44, had 421 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 98 QBR. He also had 3 carries for 40 yards and a touchdown on the ground. I want to throw this in there too. He did this without any run support whatsoever. Alabama couldn't run the ball late in the 4th quarter. It was looking like Georgia might make a comeback, and he had to make a throw to Slade Bolden to get him a first down. He didn't win the game by himself. Jamison Williams, hey man, what about Jamison Williams? That dude is fast, and John Mechie helped out in the first half. How can I forget to mention and throw in there, he didn't even have one of his star wide receivers in the second half. Kirby Smart has a saying and quote that I absolutely love to live my life by. He says to his team, you're either elite or you're not. Well, Kirby Smart, it looks like Bryce Young is elite. The Heisman conversation and race, it's over. It's not even close. Ship the trophy to Tuscaloosa. It's going to Bryce Young. I want this to set in with you and really think about this. Georgia's defense was allowing 6.9 points per game this entire year. Alabama scored 41. They had 24 at half, and Bryce Young was having no problems with them whatsoever. What's so impressive about his game is he is so mature, and he's only a sophomore. He's young. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. He's calm, cool, and collective. He never gets too high on himself and never too low. To be quite honest, there's no reason for him to get low on himself. He doesn't ever play bad. The moment couldn't have went to any better person off the field. He's mature on the field, and he's a great dude off the field. He works so hard. All of the hard work, blood, sweat, and tears he puts in behind the scenes with Bill O'Brien. We got to talk about Bill O'Brien. Every Alabama fan hates him, but he had one of the best coaching games of his life. Like I was saying with Bryce, he puts in all this hard work, but you only see the results. You don't see what it took to get there. You can take this how you want. I mean it 100%, and I believe it 100%. He straight up embarrassed Georgia's defense, disrespected them, and took their heart and soul out and stomped on it. Did you see their faces when they were walking into the tunnel at halftime and after the game? They looked like they lost their dog or something. He made these Georgia defensive players rethink their life and rethink how good they are. You had a group of guys on Georgia's defense going into this game thinking we're one of the best defenses of all time, and then only a couple hours later, they're like, what just happened? Mr. Bryce Young literally mentally abused Georgia's defense. That defense is going to be having nightmares about Bryce Young and Jamison Williams for the next couple of weeks. And what's scary about it, they may have to play him again. I've been telling y'all this for weeks, and I've been saying it the past couple of years. Georgia doesn't want to play Alabama. They're scared of them. But overall, with everything I've said in this video, you want to know the biggest and key piece as to why Georgia can't beat Alabama? Mentally, they're not there. They simply can't get over the mental hump of beating Alabama. It's stuck and ingrained in their heads that they can't beat these guys. Georgia was favored 6.5 points, but I know deep down inside, these players, they were taking it like they were underdogs. They didn't think they could win this game. Alabama mentally and Nick Saban mentally is in Kirby Smart's and Georgia's entire program's head. Georgia fans before this game, they were favored, but they weren't confident. They were like, man, I hope we don't blow another one. That's how Georgia fans, the Georgia program, Kirby Smart, and all the players think. They're like, man, can we finally win a game? Georgia plays Alabama to not lose. They don't play to win. The difference is Alabama plays to win. They don't play not to lose. Georgia's going to be in the college football playoff. If they play Alabama again, those Alabama players, they're going to be even more confident. I'm not making any predictions on that game quite yet. I want to see what plays out. Last thing before we end off this video, I have a serious question. Is JT Daniels dead or something? Either Stetson Bennett is blackmailing Kirby Smart to start him as quarterback, or Kirby Smart's just a complete idiot. Oh man, what a game, and I'm gonna say it again. It feels good to be right. So in the comment section, give me my respect. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. But with all that being said, it's gonna wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and leave a like for more. And as always, let's be great. I'm out, y'all. Peace.